Welcome back for day 4 of 99 Dreams. And you can learn more about that if you go to AskDream.com. So today I'm going to show you something cool we're working on. One of the things that we're focusing on is the end-to-end for businesses. And by that I mean the inputs and outputs. So a lot of folks are definitely focusing on the technology, which is crucial for a product like this. But along with just uploading CSVs and images and such, which is already a unique differentiator for some. We're working on a couple more integrations you'll see, working on Google Drive and Hubspot, which is actually crucial for a lot of teams. So if you get an API key hooked up, which looks a lot like this, you can just get API key from Hubspot, and we have docs here, and then folks in your team can have that key saved and then have all their contacts, all their companies and deals, and we're going to be adding a lot more, obviously, from the features from HubSpot. So I'm just going to attach all these companies, and then I'm going to say something fun like create an app directory for, if I can type, for my team from this info. And I like to do things like talk ambiguously and say like this info and not describe it, just to make sure there's no hallucinations and let it decide what to build from the data. I think it's a good way to test AI to make sure it's being coherent. And I'm going to just go ahead and press enter. And you'll notice too, whenever I'm submitting more structured data like this, instead of just showing like the JSON object, we're actually rendering a lot of the information here in the page so you can make sure it's the right data. So let's see what it does here. And I was pretty ambiguous with that, so I'm always curious to see when I'm ambiguous, is it going to add more features or less features? Sometimes it's surprisingly creative with the application that it builds or the solution. So it's kicking off here. And while that's happening, I'm going to go ahead and remove those companies from my window here. They're still in my chat history, but if I wanted to add more information, I can actually go and grab different information like the contacts. I'm going to just put that into the context window here for the next step here. So that's the cool thing that you can do. You can mix and match. So this is pretty awesome. We got a little error, which we can always fix. It's got the companies and when it was updated. It's got a search. I can type HubSpot. So that all works. It's really nice. Actually, just a simple little directory. I can pop it open and see what it looks like. So now that I've got contacts with this companies, I'm going to ask it the next logical question. Can you attach contacts with these companies where possible? So that's going to keep the previous contacts it had of all the companies, and now it's going to go and add the contacts, hopefully. Let's see. And again, notice I didn't give it a lot of direction. Obviously, me being a designer most of my career and developer, I could have told it lots of things I wanted to do, like accordions and expansion panels and side sheets and dialogues and such. But I like to just kind of see what it comes up with. It's actually really good for brainstorming. And when this is done, assuming this all works as we would hope, you can go deploy this instantly. So we can go deploy it to Code Sandbox and Versal, like I've demoed in previous 99 Dreams. But let's see here. Okay, let's see what it did. Oh, cool. That's actually kind of useful. Shows the ones with contacts, and you can toggle them open. You can see the people. So it's like these are the HubSpot example users. So that's pretty useful, pretty nice for however long this has been, a couple of minutes, right? We've been talking for about 3 minutes. So check this out. I'll save this, and hopefully you're excited as we are about things like HubSpot integration. We're going to be basing user requests and user feedback for like the next integrations that we do. So you'll see a lot more here in terms of inputs, like I mentioned. And then for deployments, you're going to see a lot more for the outputs and where you could do with these things. So cheers, and visit AskDreams.ai. Talk to you soon.